Okay, we're going to resume this document. Now, most of the first part was on another video, and we're going to fast forward to the pages that involve adding and subtracting with unlike denominators. Example 1, I already have on the board. Okay, example 1 is where I have my thumb, my index finger. I'm going to try to keep this as steady as possible. Okay. So steps are on top. The first thing you would do is find the least common denominator, which was covered in a different video, but this is going to be, these two have no common factor besides 1, so the LCD is just their product. Okay? Now, to convert each fraction, you're going to convert each fraction. You multiply top and bottom by what's missing. So this one has x minus 4, it needs x minus 5. Me personally, I just write LCD here for now. Okay, now distributive property, 5x times x is 5x squared, and 5x times negative 5 is minus 25x. Next, I'm going to convert the 2 over x minus 5. This one has x minus 5, it needs x minus 4. So, over LCD, and 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. So what I have is 5x squared minus 25x over the LCD plus 2x minus 8 over the LCD. Now I'm going to make it look a little bit different than what you have on your printout, but the 5x squared is the only one of its kind. If we're down 25x's, we gain 2x's, we're down 23x's. And then the minus 8 is the only one of its kind. So the end result is 5x squared minus 23x minus 8 over, and then the last step is I do need to write out the entire x minus 4, x minus 5. Okay? Now, in example 2, only one denominator needed to be converted. Okay? But I'm going to skip on over to example 3. I'm going to do a problem that's easier than example 3. I'm going to do this one. So I'll call it example 3A. Okay, it's not on here, but there's room for it down here if you want to use it. Okay, so I'm going to have 13 over x squared minus 225 minus 4 over x squared minus, I don't know, (13x minus 30). Okay, I was trying to remember the example I used in a class a few days ago. Now, first thing you're going to want to do is factor your denominators. This is a difference of squares. Square root of 220, or the square root of 225 is 15. So x plus 15, x minus 15. Here, we're looking for two factors. x and x. We're looking for two factors of negative 30, which add up to negative 13. And they are x plus 2 and x minus 15. Multiply them, you get negative 30. Add them, you get negative 13. It's perfect. Let me write this a little bit more legibly. Okay? All right. So we have to find the least common denominator. Now, this is not included in this one, and this is not included in that one. So they have a common factor, the x minus 15, but this isn't included here, and this isn't included in there. So this is the case C of LCDs that I was talking about. So the LCD, to find the LCD, we're going to have to do denominator number 1, denominator number 2, factor number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay? So, factor number 1 is going to include the x plus 15, and then denominator 1 had this factor, and it had this factor, which I'm going to put under number 2, factor number 2. Okay? All right, example, or the second denominator, we're going to match these up with counterparts as applicable. So we'll put them below counterparts if possible. So the x plus 2 isn't represented here, so it's going to go in factor number 3. But this x minus 15 had a counterpart there. So the LCD equals one representative of each column. Okay, so there's our LCD. So now we need to convert. $13 over, I'm going to use factored form of each denominator. X plus 15, x minus 15. So, this one, this denominator needs an x plus 2. Okay? So, I'm going to put LCD on the bottom here for now. Now, that looks horrible. I think I'm worse on camera than I am in class on handwriting. So we have 13 times x, distributive property, 13x plus 26. And then for the other denominator, we're going to have 4 over x plus 2, x minus 15. And this one, this denominator is missing the x plus 15. Okay? And this will be, you'll keep the LCD down here. You'll have a distributive property situation, 4x plus 60. So we will have 13x plus 26 over the LCD plus 4x plus 60 over the LCD. Okay? So as we approach the last step, I think to save some room, I am going to write out the entire LCD here. So the LCD is, well, I'll say that for, well, I'll do that. I'll go ahead and write this out. Okay, so 13 x's and 4 x's is 19x, or is 17 x's. 26 plus 60 is 86. Okay, so the end result is 17x plus 86 over x plus 15. The LCD is x plus 15, x minus 15, x plus 2. All right. And that is where I'm going to stop for this video.